Konnichiwa! Welcome back to Anime Amateurs and Idris.
I'm Salim.
I'm Mo.
For those watching for the first time, we're basically amateur anime viewers.
I like to think I like to think I'm learning a lot more since I've been doing this show. A lot more.
We've literally been doing the show, even though you guys are watching it spread out over God knows how many weeks or days. This is within the hour that we've been doing.
I don't know, I think I would have classed myself above amateur. Alright, okay, so what we got?
Right, so today I want to talk about Re:Zero. This is a show that is turning out to probably be one of the bigger shows this year. A lot of people talking about it. It's really been hyped. The really weird thing about it, I started watching it. After about 15 minutes, I turned it off. I thought this just is the main character, Subaru, is just really annoying, and I just couldn't deal with it. A few days later, I went to Crunchyroll's forum, read a little bit about it. I thought I've got to try this again. So sat down on a Sunday night and watched 4 episodes in a row.
So how did you come across it?
So this was, I was just browsing Crunchyroll, just seeing like what shows people were talking about, what I should go and watch.
Like your list ain't big enough already.
The list was not that big at that point. I'll just keep adding stuff.
We need to discuss your list.
My list? Well, I've got a list on Crunchyroll, Netflix, Amazon, Funimation, and other stuff that I can't find from the legal places.
You're a member of Funimation.
I've got a free trial at the moment.
Jesus.
Dude, like, honestly, you're going to have to take some serious time of work.
I mean, there's something wrong with Mo.
I think there might be. I think there might be. Guys, if you think there's something wrong with Mo, put it down in the comment section. Sorry, Mo, go ahead.
I'll be commenting in that comment section. Right, so, Re:Zero. Basically, actually, should we watch the trailer and then I'll give you the synopsis?
Yeah, let's get in.
That's a really nice shot.
That was fun.
Yeah, that looks incredibly fun. My list is gonna get bigger.
I like that. I like that.
Oh my god.
What the hell? There's a cat person in it.
Right, so let me break it down for you. So let me give you the synopsis of what the show is. So Subaru, basically, and this happens all in the very first...
You know a show's big when they do one of those Hitler reaction videos to it?
Yes, yeah. One of the episodes has got a Hitler reaction, and it is fantastic. Okay, so basically Subaru lives in the real world, but one day he's transported to a fantasy magical land. He doesn't know how, it just kind of happens, and they don't, so far in the show they haven't really explained it.
Like Captain N.
But the real hook of the show is that when he dies, he basically goes back to a point just before he died, and he relives what caused him to die. So, and he can die 3 or 4 times from the same thing, but he basically tries and works out how to manipulate his knowledge of the future to get past that event.
Groundhog Day, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it is a little bit like Groundhog Day. In fact, there are a couple of episodes that are very much like it. But there's action, there's comedy, there's romance, there's drama. It's got everything. And one of the things I said was that the character is really annoying, but something strange happens as you get into the show. He's bravado and he's like determination, and the things that really put you off actually become really charming about this character. You actually really like his gusto. He's not super powerful, he's got no magic, he's got no skills or anything, he's quite dumb, but he's just become so likeable. It's just a fantastic show.
So, right, so how many, so there's only the 1 season, right?
So this is a new show for this summer. They're currently up to episode 22, and I believe the full season will be 25 episodes. They haven't announced a season 2 yet. There is a manga that has depicted more story arcs. Seeing as it's been really popular, I would imagine it will get a 2nd season. But it's one of those shows, it's not like it is one story from end to end, but there are lots of little arcs. And I think the time loopings only ever really go over like 3, 4, 5 episodes, and then they move on to the next arc.
It was fun.
It's fantastic.
Now, I know you guys are probably going to start cursing me, but I like to watch my anime that is dubbed. So, do we have a dubbed version?
So there is no dub yet. I'm sure that will probably come when they release the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Now, to me, it's a personal preference. Some shows I will watch dubbed, some I will watch subtitled. But once you start watching one way, you cannot go and watch it the other way.
Adjust.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Cannot adjust.
So
you don't respect the purity of the original language.
Why would you say that? Why?
That's what it is.
No, it's not.
It's written in a language.
Right.
The subtleties of Japanese is how people just kind of put across their emotion and the intensity of the scene.
You are a silly man. You are a silly man. Let me explain to our audience, right, guys? Now, you just said to me, right? You go one way or the other. Unfortunately for me, what?
So unlike Salim, I like to go both ways.
Unfortunately for me, I came across the dubbed stuff first, so I've in-tuned myself to it. If I came across the Japanese version, I probably would have started watching that. Does that answer your question?
Well, the one thing I will say is I do find I need to concentrate a lot more when I'm watching a sub show. You can't wonder, you can't think about other things.
Because you have to read it.
That's the other thing. If you sit down with your plate of food and you want to get tucking away, you want to sit down watching the screen as well.
This is why I have some dub shows, so when I'm eating, I can watch a dub show.
You want to eat, yeah.
So you watch dub stuff as well, Eddie? You don't? So how do you eat and watch shows at the same time?
I know where my mouth is. I know where the fork is.
Can we do one episode, right, where you are just eating and watching an anime?
And wait for the breaks in the conversation to look down to see, what mess you've made and get all the food together. Yeah, it's easy.
So are you gonna guys add this to your watch lists?
I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. So I think I will have to check this one out.
Yeah. So I've seen 2 from you guys. I think I'm gonna rank. I know you're trying to get us to watch the toy. Puppet stuff. I don't think I'm going to watch that.
I've got a question. You said about the main character having this, bravado, loudmouth sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like that's the archetype for a lot of sort of
It is. I am
shows.
I am getting that from watching a lot of shows.
That's the Naruto archetype. That's the Bleach archetype. That's them all, really.
But I mean, until I watch a lot more, I can't say whether those characters ever grow. Whereas in ReZero, Subaru does grow, and he does realise that he is all talk and he can't actually do anything. And then it kind of it kind of dawn on him, and there is an episode. It is quite a happy show, but as it goes on, it gets quite dark, and he does go. There are a couple of episodes where he goes a little bit crazy because he's reliving the same thing and he can't change it. So it does have an effect on him, but it's just such a fun, watchable show.
How long until I feel like this is essential viewing? In terms of how Steins Gate, after 5 episodes, I didn't really feel like I needed to keep watching.
If you watch the first 4 episodes, you will be hooked, because you go through the whole range of genres. You get the comedy, you get the drama, you get enough hooks and enough sort of mystery to say, I want to know what happens next. And a lot of the episodes end in a way I've got to watch the next one. And it's also got one of the best closing themes. It's just so catchy that I've actually been playing it on loop on my phone.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah. That's another
that's you're taking this to a whole new level. There's me with purchasing stuff for when it comes down to anime, and there's you with theme tunes.
It's quite funny actually, because you catch yourself humming theme tunes that you don't even understand the words to.
Yeah, you do that quite a lot. I've noticed.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Naruto used to change their theme tune every 6 or whatever couple of months. And yeah, some of them were really good back in the day.
Okay. Well, dude, man, definitely from my side, I'm gonna give that a watch. It's one that I could definitely get behind.
ReZero. Yeah, thumbs up. Not bad discovery. We'll give it a go.
I expect by the time I see you next time, Eddie, you will have watched the entire season.
Undoubtful. Is that a word?
Undoubtful. Yeah. Undoubtful. I'm sure it's a word.
Undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly, yeah. So is that it from another episode? From me, Eddie Reese.
Super Salim.
Mo.
Peace.
It's been another.
Sorry. I wanted to say peace.